Hello, all, and welcome. I pray that you woke up thanking God this morning for waking you up and gracing you with another day to be better, to do better, and to reach your goals. I pray that you're seeing God's hand in everything in your life today. And so I just want to take some time to speak to the people who are going through a period of transition. We know transitions can be hard, whether they're expected transitions or unexpected transitions. And, I hear a lot of people and how they describe you moving to the next places in your life. They describe it as elevation, they describe it as transition, caterpillars turning into butterflies, birds that begin to soar. All of these wonderful metaphors that really show you how you're moving in these different aspects of your life and what you can expect when you're going into these next phases. But I kind of view these transitions as a shift. Just really thinking about that word shift, this movement from one place to another, this place of where you are to where you want to be, from where you are to where you need to be, from where you are to where God is trying to place you. It's a shifting. And I think about what other things shift on this earth, and I thought about the earth itself shifting. And for me, it was a powerful imagery of what this shift may feel like in your life, because it's not always spreading your wings and seeing the beauty in things. Sometimes that shift looks like what it looks like when an earthquake occurs, when you have the physical earth just moving and shifting, and it feels like there's destruction and disruption and confusion. And that's what it feels like in your life when things are shifting. We have so many examples in the Bible of God's people going through shifts. These are the stories that are captured in the Bible. That moment in a person's life where they are being shifted from one place to another. Moses being shifted into a deliverer, Abraham being shifted into a father, Jesus being shifted into a sacrifice. These are all powerful stories of people who are going through this immense transition in their lives. And if you take a look at those stories, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. And so what I feel is that when we're about to go through these shifts, sometimes we see this intense movement. We see these things that feel like destruction. We see these things that feel like things are going wrong, and they feel chaotic and they feel out of place and we feel out of control. And then we start feeding into that fear of the unknown, because these things, they just seem so unexpected and not for our good. But in reality, we should be rejoicing and praising God because He is shifting us to where we need to be. And sometimes that separation is so painful. That separation, that movement, that snatching us from where we are, that comfort zone, sometimes it's so painful and it's so gut-wrenching that we feel like, God, why me? Why are you doing this to me? Why is this happening to me? When in reality, He's looking out for you. In reality, He's trying to move you to that place He needs you to be. In reality, He's trying to get you into a different space. He's trying to shift you to where you need to be. And so if we start to recognize when the shift is happening, when we start to recognize that sometimes that thing that we prayed for, really we have to change so many things in our life in order for that prayer to be manifest. In order for us to get ready for that blessing that God has for us, sometimes He has to change things around us. Sometimes He has to change us in order to get ready for that blessing. And sometimes that change, that shift doesn't feel so good. But when those things start to snap in my life and I'm seeing all those little pieces breaking off, I see all those little pieces of movement and things aren't the way they used to be and things are changing and things are shifting, I thank God. I thank God because I know that the shift is for my good. I know there are things coming. I know there are things in store. And so I just start going into the word and I start looking at these other people who have experienced their shift. And I look at their faith. I look at how they relied on God. I look at how they looked to Him in the midst of their shift. And then I look at how on the back end they are blessed. On the back end, how it works out for their good. how they end up in the space that God needed them to be, all for their good. So when you're praying for those blessings to rain down upon you, when you're praying for those things to open up for you, when you're praying for that path to be revealed to you, when you're praying for those goals, those dreams, those aspirations that you've been hoping for, and you have that faith that goes along with it, just know that those things aren't just going to be placed into your lap. Sometimes you have to be formed, you have to be molded, your life has to be shifted in order for you to get what you are seeking. So I encourage you, for those who are going through that transition, for those who are going through the shift, be of good cheer. Have hope, because you are seeing God's hand in your life right now at this moment. It may not feel good, but He's dusting it off of you. He's breaking it off of you. He's separating you from all those things that are keeping you from the blessings that He has in store for you. So be encouraged. Be of good cheer. Have hope. Know that God is working in your life, that He's shaping you, that He's molding you into that person that you are trying to become. So, yes, you can think elevation, you can think transition, but know that it's a shift. And in that movement, in that moment of movement in your life, God is working and He is on your side. If you haven't been told today, if you haven't heard it, I love you. Blessings to you.